Welcome to Weekend Update from Death Curse Society for January 19th, 2024. Every Friday, we run down all the horror news that you need to know. I'm Red Crank. Now let's get to the news. Who knew Mia Goth was prone to violence? A lawsuit filed last Friday by James Hunter, who was hired to play a dead parishioner in Ty West's film MaXXXine, charges the actress with battery and accuses her of intentionally kicking him during a physical scene and then later mocking him after filming completed on the scene during production in April of last year. MaXXXine stars Goth and serves as the third and final film of a trilogy including X and Pearl. Hunter states that he was hired for 3 days, and during the first night's shoot, he was required to lay on the ground covered in blood for several hours, as well as enduring ants and mosquitoes, according to the suit. During this time, Hunter complained to the second assistant director about Goth nearly stepping on him during the fourth take of a particular scene. Once Hunter's concerns were relayed to Goth, she deliberately kicked him in the head on the following take. Hunter also alleges that Goth approached him in the bathroom and, quote, taunted, mocked, and belittled him, saying he couldn't do anything about it.
Where do you think you're going, you little baby?
Hunter claims his head began to hurt while also experiencing pain from the fake blood that had dried onto his robe and skin, inflicting pain when he removed it. While driving home after the shoot, Hunter began to feel lightheaded and felt it necessary to pull over twice. He was told the production did not need his services the remaining 2 days for which he was originally hired. Along with the battery charges Goth is facing, Hunter's lawsuit, which is asking for damages in the amount of $500,000,
Big bucks, no whammies, stop!
Stop it, oh.
also claims wrongful termination against A24, Goth, and West. I don't know if anyone wants to mess with Goth, but you might end up as lunch for some swamp-bound alligator.
Move, you mean old ugly bitch!
Ooh. Beloved teen author R.L. Stine has revealed a new Netflix Fear Street film is in the works, and this one may be drop-dead gorgeous. Stine announced on X Saturday that the next film will be based on his book, The Prom Queen. The website What's on Netflix further confirmed the new film will likely not feature any characters from the earlier Fear Street trilogy released in 2021. The original synopsis for Stine's book reads, A spring night, soft moonlight, 5 beautiful prom queen candidates, dancing couples at the Shadyside High Prom. These should be the ingredients for romance, but stir in one brutal murder, then another, and the recipe quickly turns to horror. Lizzie McVeigh realizes that someone is murdering the 5 prom queen candidates one by one, and that she may be next on the list. Can she stop the murderer before the dance is over for good? Are you excited for... Are you excited for more Fear Street? After the surprise success of Supermassive's video game Until Dawn, The Hollywood Reporter announced that the frights are coming to the big screen. David F. Sandberg, who has previously directed Lights Out, Annabelle Creation, and the recent Shazam films, returns to horror to helm the movie from a script originally written by Blair Butler and a rewrite by Gary Dauberman. Details about the plot are being kept deep inside the caves, but Screen Gems is describing it as an R-rated love letter to the horror genre, centering on an ensemble cast, according to The Hollywood Reporter. The 2015 video game follows 8 friends who are trapped together on a remote mountain retreat, and they aren't alone. Gripped by dread, with tensions running high, they must fight through their fear if they all hope to make it through the night in one piece. Players take the role of each of the 8 characters and experience fear like never before. It only took a week or so, but Christopher Landon has already found himself seated in the director's chair again, after his departure from Scream 7. Deadline reports Landon will direct Lionsgate's Big Bad, based on a short story by Chandler Baker, who will also write the script. The short story was originally featured in the anthology novel Creature Feature, a collection of devilishly creepy stories that tingle the spine and twist the mind. Big Bad is described as, the Strauss family is on knife's edge. Sam is a resentful stay-at-home dad. Rachel feels the restlessness in her blood returning. The children are getting out of hand, and a recent mudslide has forced the wolves out of the woods to look for food. As dusk falls and tensions rise, the family must come together to survive the night, from the threats outside and those within. Are you excited for a new werewolf flick from Landon? Am I reading this right? God damn it, here we go again. Jagged Edge Productions, the same producers of Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, and its upcoming sequel, are dipping more than just their foot in the public domain pool. They're up to their nose by now. The latest childhood fantasy that they will be turning into a nightmare will be Pinocchio. Jesus Christ. Bloody Disgusting was given a first-look tease of Pinocchio Unstrung in the form of a crude drawing that will be featured in the end credits of Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2, as well as a title card. Unannounced characters from the universe will be revealed in sketch drawings in the closing credits of Pooh 2, so keep an eye out, according to the producers. More childhood horrors coming your way from Jagged Edge Productions include Bambi the Reckoning and Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare. Will it ever end? Premiering at Sundance on January 22nd, 2024, In a Violent Nature gives the slasher film a real twist by telling the story through the killer's eyes. Now, we have a poster to admire. Shudder has acquired the streaming rights, but no date for its release is yet set. But Samuel Zimmerman, the company's vice president of programming, is excited for the film, written and directed by Chris Nash. In a Violent Nature is a tremendous new slasher, he says. We're thrilled for you to meet Johnny, whose reign of terror honors the iconic subgenre while taking audiences on a singular and brutal new journey within it. Chris Nash's bold perspective represents the best of Shudder, marrying the genre's traditions with its exhilarating next steps. The synopsis states, when a locket is removed from a collapsed fire tower in the woods that entombs the rotting corpse of Johnny, a vengeful spirit spurred on by a horrific 60-year-old crime, his body is resurrected and becomes hell-bent on retrieving it. The undead golem hones in on the group of vacationing teens responsible for the theft and proceeds to methodically slaughter them one by one in his mission to get it back, along with anyone in his way. Expect the film to debut on Shudder sometime in 2024. That wraps up this edition of Weekend Update. On the next Monday Maniacs, we will have an exclusive interview with writer-director Buddy Cooper, who directed the cult classic The Mutilator in 1984 and already has a meta-sequel ready for release and awaiting distribution. We'll talk about both films and the difficulties of getting a film in front of an audience. Join us live Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern and be part of the conversation. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.